What's up, everyone? We're here week 3, last preseason game. Really, we're not playing anyone this game. It's a dress rehearsal for them. They're going to play their starters 3 quarters. I just don't want to get anyone hurt. No point of playing guys unless they're in a position battle. Then you might see, or some young starters. We'll see. But any veteran player, Doyle sitting. Plus, the weird thing about the scheduling here, we play the Texans week 1, which will be my next game, and the season opener, so it's a little strange. And we'll get a good look at them, but they'll probably mop me this game. It's the game we usually get blown out, so our backups are in against their starters. But enjoy the broadcast. And stay tuned after the video. We're going to trim the roster from 75 to 53, get it ready for opening day. So if you're into that kind of thing, definitely check that out. Or if you want to fast forward through the game and see who makes the squad before shit gets real.
preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Texans and the reigning Super Bowl champs on Thursday night primetime.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Houston Texans and the Minnesota Vikings. Charles Davis with you, and now we sit CD at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see how these coaches will handle that.
The former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there were many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster, and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
They'll start with the option. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give you
pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
He's got him in, complete. Touchdown, Texans. Robbie Anderson, 77 yards. And the Texans need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering just how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats says 21.8 miles per hour.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll have the speedy Tyrod Taylor calling the shots, the former Virginia Tech Hokie.
One of the classiest quarterbacks in the NFL and always in a difficult position because he has the skills to be a starter, but there's usually a youngster behind him that they're grooming and they want on the field. But when given an opportunity to be the guy, he's led teams to the playoffs and he's also gone to the Pro Bowl. A great combination of arm and legs, not to mention a brilliant mind.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. An excellent 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down.
Yes, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes makes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Running for it. Here's Peterson. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41.
And the Texans will take over.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice and meetings talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents. Well, certainly going to be a lot tougher adding a touchdown to that lead now since they're facing 2nd and 20+. Big-time sack to start the drive and put the opponent way back. Let's see what kind of play call they come up with here.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing, Jones. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Holding receiving team.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
They'll try the right side with Harris.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Taylor. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Haven't been a corner that's worth the salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
2nd and 10, it's Taylor again.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Texans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means a free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
Holding. Offense.
Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there. Now Jones. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's got Njoku over the middle. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. Back to throw again. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw on third down, Jones. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Eluding the pressure right. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And let's face it. this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away and could cost them a ball game?
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Taylor to throw. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Running out of the gun with White. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Carlson able to put this one through. And they are on the board. It's still trailing. It's 7 to 3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first.
Score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Houston set to take over. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive.
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Now for the extra point. whistle. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football. We witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you got a talented back, give it back to him.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot down. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Jones. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. First target, first catch, and a first down. Now it's Mixon running right. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Operating from the gun, Jones.
That is caught, Rashad Bateman.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked by Ronnie Harrison. 30, past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Carlson on for the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And all deep in his own territory, coughs up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Carlson now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown.
Taking it about the 1.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there. That was
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. And a lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back.
Touchdown, Houston.
Justin Jefferson.
67 yards. And the Texans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They go play action with Taylor. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Well, turnabout is fair play, I guess. They had a pick 6 against them earlier, and now this defense, Charles, they get a pick 6 of their own.
And for a moment, let's just set aside how it impacts the scoreboard, because how about the response? One defense gets the pick 6, the other comes back and matches it. These are two defenses that are planning on winning the game for their teams themselves.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles, they got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And they're going to speed things up here. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. McDonald makes the catch. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st down, it's Taylor. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays. You kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
3rd and long, it's Taylor. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend. And then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after.
Looks like somebody's ready to begin the regular season, skipping over halftime here in the final game of the preseason. Third quarter, here we go. All right. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. Now a hit and a loose football. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, there were 3 talking points at the half, partner. All of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 39. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Now back to the ground game with White. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Texans will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jones. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Mixon is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and goal, Jones. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Noah Gray
From 4 yards out.
And the Texans have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
We'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, 1st down.
I tell you, throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football, so there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot.
Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
So now it's 2 straight drives that end with an interception.
And the first time, the first interception, they ended up getting 6 points out of it and taking the lead. Now they have an opportunity to increase that lead after their second pick on 2 drives.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Texans first down.
Jones throwing on first down. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Let's give this defense
Well, Lovie Smith, he's seen plenty of challenges in his time as a coach, and he's going to throw. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. The 40. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception returned for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this one is incomplete.
Following the play here, now we've got an injury. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is fielded at the 27.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. Interesting stat line right now. Technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team.
It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield because he has completed 2 passes to his own team, but the interceptions are troubling. Is he going through the wrong reads, the wrong progressions? Is he getting fooled by defenses? They've got to figure that out over on the sidelines, working on that Surface Pro to see what they see.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man complete. It's Wheeler.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
this Thursday night matchup. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Now a play fake here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's caught. This is White. And some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
It's a good game. Sets him up first and goal. I think this offensive line, they're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Zamir White
Taking it in from a yard out.
and the Vikings get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Walker. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Oh, felt like that move deserved more than he got there. A gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Walker. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Walker. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. First and 10, it's Patterson. Room here to run. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That good for 22 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Now Walker. Buying time to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. They'll try to run this one in. With the D not yielding much there, he's only going to get a yard to about the 2. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. To about the 33-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. So now the Texans down by a field goal. And time, a huge factor. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You know, this is the regular season, partner. We were talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
He's going to keep this again.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Now remember, no overtime here in preseason. This offense hoping that's a moot issue as they try to finish this one off.
The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
They'll look to throw. He completes it to Hunter. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. He'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it. If we do, we got just points.
Well, it took us until the final play chart to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play, they were so backed up that we'll take a miracle and they couldn't get that miracle.
Lucky he stayed with it because we both knew if this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
She-Rag got me. She back got me. You